Valley Eagles. They have a fierce running game this year with 4 runners that have impressive statistics. Connor Long, Joe Heichel,
You got the check, right? Yeah, I don't want to touch that now because I think it. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's just the delay's there. So how's the sound? Check 1 2, check check check. Check 1 2, check check check. Friday Night Football. Moments away on midpenbroadcasting.com. Check 1, check 2. midpenbroadcasting.com on the F&M Trust Sports Network. Week 10 action. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. midpenbroadcasting.com. Exciting football action as the Chambersburg Trojans try to get their second victory in 2015.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Cumberland Valley High School marching band, outstanding performance.
Check 1, check 2. Check check. Check 1, check 2.
All senior band members, please report immediately for your introduction.
Check 1. Friday Night Football moments away on midpenbroadcasting.com. Great view angles here, Gary. Check one, check two, check, check, check.
Senior Madigan
Check
Anderson,
one, check
escorted
two.
by her parents, Mary Beth and Todd Anderson. Welcome, senior
Chambersburg
Madigan,
Trojan
escorted
football
by her
coming up
parents,
next
Tanya
on MidpenBroadcasting.com.
Scott Beck, escorted by mother, Monk Burley. Senior Terrence Blaine, escorted by parents, Jeff and Aaron Blaine.
Friday night football coming up next. Senior night here
Escorted by her mother,
at Cumberland Valley High School at Chapman Field to be exact, in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We'll have football moments away on MidpenBroadcasting.com on F&M Trust Sports Network.
Caroline Caldwell, escorted by her parents, Commander Curtis Caldwell and Selena Caldwell. Joshua Doherty, escorted by parents, Todd and Grace Doherty.
Trojan football moments away.
Senior Nick Einoff, escorted by his parents, Carl and Maria Einoff. Abdul Ahmadi,
MidpenBroadcasting.com.
and Malika Ahmadi. Frank Johnson, escorted by parents, Steve and Wendy Johnson. Rose Kay, being escorted by her father, Young Kay. Kirsten Barkley, escorted by her parents, Daniel Beck and Darnell Barkley. Catherine Bartle, escorted by parents, David and Michelle Bartle. Welcome senior Derek McKinney, escorted by Doug and Colleen McKinney. Sintera Muller, escorted by her parents, Ann and Sharon Muller. Trisha Potter, escorted by her father, Tom and mother.
Check one, check two, MidpenBroadcasting.com. Moments away. Chambersburg Trojan football.
And Terry Sullenberger. Escorted by his parents, Manny and Gary Jackson.
Four, five, six. This is MidpenBroadcasting.com, bringing you Chambersburg Trojan at Cumberland Valley Eagles at Chapman Stadium in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Senior Lydia Valiaco, accompanied by Wilson Valiaco and
Check, check.
Senior Claire Jackson. Parents Rodney
Yes, I
and
am.
Kate
The timer's going right now.
Jessica Jones is coming by Chris and Lisa Jones.
Yes, this is Chambersburg Trojan football. Brought to you by F&M Bank tonight.
Accompanied by Taliana and Natalie.
Your hometown bank, F&M Bank.
Fabulous Misty.
We'd like to thank all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Gregory Morris. Escorted by Ron and Jessica Morris.
Please look up KleinTours.com on the internet for all your travel needs. Upcoming shortly will be trips to the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens.
By Diane Stone.
At the end of December, just 5 weeks away.
And senior
Klein
Heather
Travel
Elizondo.
brings you to the WWE at the Verizon Center in Washington. A fun family event.
We next honor our senior athletic trainer, student aid.
And during the basketball season, you will be able to listen to MidPennBroadcasting.com, bringing you Chambersburg Trojan and
Accompanied by Bill and Susan
Greencastle Blue Devil basketball action.
and Tyler Stone. Escorted by Craig and Kathy Stone.
Can you unplug it from the cell and just put it back on?
We welcome our senior football manager, Kelsey Fernback. Escorted by parents Tim and Leslie Fernback.
Stop archive, stop broadcast temporarily.
And seniors, Jenna Moriello. Escorted by Todd and Nancy Fox.
It is senior night here at Chapman Field, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Cumberland Valley has been honoring the seniors and their parents.
And now we bring out the senior members of the Cumberland Valley football squad, led by Daniel Hallhouse, escorted by Bruce and Kim.
Next, we're going to have the members of the Cumberland Valley football team who are seniors, accompanied by their parents.
Sandra Challery, escorted by Shakir and Chica Challery. Senior Dylan Davis, escorted by Chuck and Christy Davis.
All right, go ahead and plug it back in the microphone too, right?
Number 62, Shannon Dolan, escorted by Deborah Dolan.
All right.
Game time temperature is approximately 70 degrees. What a night for football.
Number 7,
Slight breeze out of the west at about 5 miles per hour. And just a tremendous night.
On the
33, Joey Heichel, escorted by parents James and
well,
Eileen
I didn't
Heichel.
broadcast lockers. I can't see nothing. I just got 3 icons right now. Record offline, do recording.
Number 40, Cole Klein, escorted by Gary and Nikki Klein.
Now it's thinking it says resume live broadcast. Yes, right.
Number 77, James Conlon,
Start talking.
Jim and Mark.
For Chambersburg, Caden Hoover is the leading passer. Carter Edmondson has scored 7 touchdowns for Chambersburg this year. Leading rushers are Darius Johnson, 426 yards, Edmondson with 393 yards, and Warren Lee with 342 yards. Darius Johnson, and Sam Blevins are the leading receivers. And Miles Braxton and Griffin Leedy are the leading tacklers on the team.
Number 43, David Naha, escorted by Hayden Naha.
Chambersburg, they've scored an average of 18.5 points per game while allowing 34 points per game. So they're at about a 16-point deficit each game. Their rushing game puts 157 yards on the board, 89 yards passing per game. However, with those statistics, they can be skewed a little bit high for the rushing, where they had over 300 yards rushing versus Mifflin County. Just a tremendous night for the Trojans, grinding out yard after yard on the ground against Mifflin County. Mifflin County, by the way, was their only win of the season, and that occurred at Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg. Chambersburg is currently 1-8, and they hope to finish tonight's season out with a win, but we'll have to see. You have to play the game on the field. You can't play it on the stat sheet. The common opponents. Cumberland Valley has defeated Harrisburg. Chambersburg lost to Harrisburg. Cumberland Valley has defeated CD. Chambersburg lost to CD.
Number 67, Peter Schwartz.
Cumberland Valley defeated Carlisle, the Thundering Herd, whereas Chambersburg had a loss to Carlisle.
Check one, check two, check, check, check.
Yes, we are here live tonight. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. At Chapman Field. Home of the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Currently, we're trying to resolve some audio problems. We hope that you're able to hear the game and also watch the game live on your computer.
gentlemen, welcome to Cumberland Valley High School. Happy National Memorial Stars 2015 Eagle football. And we're proud to welcome
We see the captains crossing the field for the coin toss. And Cumberland Valley has 4 of their captains, probably seniors, and Chambersburg appears to have 6 captains. Offense, defense, special teams. And the coin toss, let's see what the result is.
Check 1, 2. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Check, check.
Shortly we'll have the
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Friday Night Football. Chambersburg Trojans and Cumberland Valley Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. That was our national anthem. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. My name is Mike Berger along with Gary Lang. And tonight's the Chambersburg Trojans trying to get their second win of tonight. For the 2015 campaign, they're taking on the very tough, always tough Cumberland Valley Eagles. They're ranked high. They're going to the postseason. They're 7-2 coming in tonight's contest. So a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We've got to talk about how Chambersburg has improved their offense. They scored 35, 34 points the last couple games. They had, unfortunately, that loss last Saturday against Harrisburg. And Gary, what is the keys for Chambersburg tonight? It's been a long season. I can't believe we're already here, week 10. What do they have to do to keep this game at least competitive here at Chapman Field?
Well, one of the things we'll see is if they can control the ball on the ground. They had a highly successful game against Mifflin County, running the ball. It kept Mifflin County off the field. Chambersburg offense was on the field, and the result was a Chambersburg win. Here we see Chambersburg's going to kick off from the north end of the field to the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
Thanks, Gary. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight for tonight's contest, brought to you by F&M Trust, Antrim Insurance, Waste Management, Del Martin Incorporated, Lecron Comfort Solutions, and Klein Tours. So the Chambersburg Trojans will kick off to start tonight's contest on a beautiful, warm evening for Friday Night Football. As it bounces off, a Cumberland Valley Eagle is able to maintain possession, and the Eagles will have the football on the 35-yard line.
We've seen that tactic in the last several games, Mike, where Chambersburg tries a squib kick. It ultimately gives the offense of the opposing team good field position, but there's that opportunity to recover a fumble. It also prevents the kick returners for the opposition to bring back a kick all the way. So Cumberland Valley starts the game tonight, ball on about the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Cumberland Valley.
So we'll be talking about Josh Ferguson, the quarterback, number 7 for Cumberland Valley. He's a senior, 190-pounder. He's had a great year thus far for Cumberland Valley. He's hit good percentage, 47 of 74 passes, 8 touchdowns, been only intercepted 3 times. That's a key stat. When you're trying to get deep in the mid-pen as far as the postseason, turnovers can really be costly, and we'll talk about that tonight in regards to the Chambersburg Trojans. They've had some big turnovers throughout the last couple games where they were in reach to get a victory. So here we go, Ferguson in a shotgun formation. He has a receiver running to the left side, and he gets a couple yards, maybe 2 or 3, and it will be second down.
That could have been Connor Long, number 22, who does everything for Cumberland Valley. He kicks off, he punts, he's a kick returner, punt returner.
Yeah, does a little bit of everything. As Long gets a couple yards, it's now going to be 2nd and 8. Just get underway. Thank you so much for joining us. Trojans Eagles here at Chapman Field. Always a great place to do a football game. Might add they have some good feasting as well for the media. And here's another handoff to number 22, Connor Long. He gets another couple yards, and that's what the Trojans need to do, Gary. They got to do great here on the offside. Got to stop that running game. Cumberland Valley's really known for a spread-out offense. They like to run the football, and right now they're checking the defensive lines for the Chambersburg Trojans to see what kind of holes they can find.
It appears Chambersburg is a little tentative here the first several plays. Connor Long picking up a first down, so we have 1st and 10. Cumberland Valley on their own 46-yard line.
So Ferguson under center. And here we go. It looks like another handoff. This time, let's see who it is. Looks like maybe Long again, and it is. And he gets another couple more yards. So the Eagles have some good offensive players, as you know. I mean, they're 7-2, 5-1 in mid-pen play. Connor Long, one of them, as well as Nicholas Rhodes, Joey Heichel. And the Trojans, they have to do a good defensive stop here. Let's set it for you. It's 2nd and 5. 10:30 to go here, just getting underway. And looks like another handoff to 21. He's still on his feet, and he goes to the 40 to 35, down around the 32-yard line. And it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
As we had hoped Chambersburg to have possession, have a ground game, Carlisle. Cumberland Valley, they've certainly showed their running game these first 4 or 5 plays. They are in Chambersburg territory in about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
And they got their offense spread. Looks like Charari Samari on the right side. It's one of the lone receivers. Now motion. Another handoff to the guy, Nicholas Rhodes. And he still on his feet, finally tackled by the Chambersburg Trojans defense.
He's following his blockers well and highly successful with that. So it looks like it's going to be a 2nd and short, about 4 yards here.
Yeah, Griffin Leedy there as part of the tackling for Chambersburg. Trojans under interim coach Scott Mitchell. And another season, I guess you could say, of frustration for the Trojans. We've talked about throughout this year, the first 2 games are always key to start the season out with some wins. Unfortunately, 0-2 before they started mid-pen plays. Again, we got motion by the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Another handoff. It's been nonstop handoffs, and still on his feet for the Eagles is number 21, and that is Nicholas Rhodes. So Nicholas Rhodes been having the football a lot so far.
Austin Kopp would not let him make the corner there. Defensive back for Chambersburg, number 3. Austin Kopp on the tackle.
So it'll be third down, 2 yards to go, 9 minutes to go here, first quarter. Cumberland Valley won last year 41-0. 22 straight victories, Gary, for the Cumberland Valley Eagles against the Chambersburg Trojans. And tell you what, it'd be front page news if they can get the victory tonight. A tough task. As here we go, couple more yards for Ferguson as he looks left to right. Defense lined up. Another handoff. What a surprise, and he barrels through. It's going to be a first down for the Eagles. And it'll be number 33 for the Eagles. That is Joseph Heichel. Joseph Heichel.
I saw a lot of Heichel jerseys here in the home side of the field tonight. A lot of Heichel fans. He's one of the leading rushers for Cumberland Valley. He's got 9 touchdowns on the year.
All right, so another fresh set of downs for the Eagles and a couple more yards. And Gary, Eagles, they were in their own area as far as starting the game out tonight with the football, and they're just marching down the field. They have not thrown one pass yet.
It's their comfort zone, their running game, big running game, controlling the ball. Just like Ohio State used to be, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. The Eagles have just shown their running game, running over, running through.
We're high up. Luckily, it's not no dust around here, Gary. It'd be hard to see those numbers. As of now, we have motion again to the right side. It's going to number 21. He's had the ball throughout. Nicholas Rhodes. And some good defense. Looks like we'll still get forward progress by the Chambersburg Trojans. Took 3 guys to finally stop the big guy, 175-pound senior Nicholas Rhodes.
He was bouncing, and he made the corner and brings up 3rd and short.
So about a yard gain by Rhodes. It'd be 3rd down. And the clock, one thing, Gary, with the running game, the clock's going to keep running as we're already almost 5 minutes past this quarter. Trojans, their defense straight up front, looking for the run again, and here comes Eagles barreling through the defense of the Chambersburg Trojans, close to a touchdown. It will be a 1st down.
Looks like he's inside the 5-yard line.
And with Heichel,
1st and goal for Cumberland Valley.
and we know for the Cumberland Valley Eagles, head coach Michael Whitehead, his strategy is this is a very winnable game. We just need to work everything out because after tonight, it's going to be those do-or-die playoff games. So you got to work out the kinks and get ready for the postseason.
Now, they had a loss last week, didn't they, Mike?
They had a big loss against State College, and that's why they're tied currently in the Commonwealth. Here's another motion inside for a touchdown, number 21, Nicholas Rhodes. And just like that, the Eagles get 6 points on the board with the 6:44 mark here in the first.
He was hardly touched. Excellent blocking scheme by Cumberland Valley on this entire drive.
And unfortunately for the Trojans, more like a Swiss cheese type of defense there for Rhodes, as he was able to go at ease, run in a couple yards.
Number 22, Connor Long, attempting the PAT.
And it's good. And with the 6:44 mark here at Cumberland Valley High School, the Chambersburg Trojans are quickly down 7-0, and we'll be right back. You're listening to MidPennBroadcasting.com on the F&M Trust Sports Network and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Chapman Field, Cumberland Valley Eagles score, make it 7-0 on the Rhodes run. Chambersburg Trojans will start their offense as they are just hoping for the last game of the season, Gary, they can keep this game competitive.
Connor Long, who just scored his 109th point of the year, is kicking off for Cumberland Valley.
And here's the kick by Mr. number 22. And just like that, it's a touchback. Trojans will have it on the 20-yard line. Something for the Trojans they have done is their backs have done a great job recently. A lot of them have been actually over 100 yards on the ground combined. And we'll see a Brandon Miller. With the injury of Edmondson last week, he is supposed to play tonight. We'll see.
Miller had a big game last week, over 100 yards.
Yeah, 28 carries, 105 to be exact. So we'll see how he does tonight against the tough defense of the Cumberland Valley Eagles. So here's the Trojans with their first play of tonight. And the feed goes to Darius Johnson. He's on the right side. He's around the 25, 27-yard line. Stays in bounds.
He ran into a brick wall. It appears one of the Cumberland Valley players is down, injured on the play. We have a timeout with 6:28 remaining in the first quarter.
I'd like to remind you this broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate, get more great. With the F&M Trust home equity line of credit, it's the ideal way of make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust special introductory offer, visit a community office or FNMTrustonline.com. Equal housing lender Mike Berger along with Gary Lang And looks like we do have an injury timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Mike Berg along with Gary Lang. Thank you so much for joining us. Friday Night Football game number 10 for the Chambersburg Trojans, coming in 1-8.
It appears the Cumberland Valley defender may have suffered a leg injury in the play, Mike.
And he's still on the ground, and gives us a chance to talk about the Chambersburg Trojans thus far in this 2015 campaign, as the injured player now is getting the help of the coaching staff. Last week they played a very tough Harrisburg Cougar game.
And put up a lot of points.
Yeah, put up a lot of points, and also Trojans put up a lot of points as well. I mean, that's the problem, though. Your defense, the problem with the Chambersburg defense was it spread out. Harrisburg knew they were able to overthrow the football past the Chambersburg defense, was able to get back in the contest. I mean, the Trojans had some big leads there for the Chambersburg Trojans. In fact, up 21-10 at one point during that contest. But that game is history, and tonight's focused on the last game of the year. The Chambersburg Trojans are just looking for a positive note to end this season, as also try to break that 22-game losing streak. So here we go, Chambersburg Trojans with the football, 2nd and 9, 6:28 to go. As there's motion to the right side, another handoff, and the Eagles are ready for him, and he's tackled, maybe even a loss.
Hesitation on the play by the Chambersburg runner.
And it looks like number 36 for the Trojans, Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller had a huge game against the Cougars last week.
Hey, the injured player, Mike, number 5, Chris Harrington, one of the key performers for Cumberland Valley. He's on the Cumberland Valley bench right now, being seen to by the trainers.
And we are on the home press box tonight. Gary counted how many steps are way up here. So
70 steps up
there you go.
Yes.
So 70 steps to climb up here. So we got a great high viewpoint as the high snap. And now the Chambersburg Trojans are looking to throw. And it's well overthrown. No flag. I don't see a flag. It was intended receiver was Austin Kopp. And Gary, I'm still trying to see who the, looks like they've been mixing up the quarterback duties already here for the Chambersburg Trojans. I'm not sure if that's Caden Hoover. They keep changing, substituting, and why not? It's your last game of the year. Get everybody a chance to play some football.
So it brings up a 4th and 10 for Chambersburg.
So 4th and 10, looks like Hunter Leedy was part of that QB action, and Taylor will be doing the kick for the punt. So not good thus far for the Trojans on their first possession, as it's 4 and out. Punt's a high one, and it'll bounce at the 48, take a Trojan bounce all the way close to the 33-yard line. So a great punt by Nazir Taylor. Taylor done an excellent job this year.
By my calculation, about 47 yards on the punt. That's excellent for a high school punter.
Taylor, just a sophomore, so we'll get to hear his name a lot for the next couple years.
He handles both of the kicking duties for Chambersburg, both the punting and place kicking. Cumberland Valley takes over on their own 33-yard line with 5:34 remaining in the first quarter.
So the Trojans just trying to keep this a close contest, not a mercy rule situation. They just want to see what they can do, and you never know. You're only down a touchdown right now. As the Trojans set their offense, Ferguson under center, and he's going to hand it off once again, and he goes to the 45, still on his feet, 55, number 33, Joseph Heichel. And looks like Eagles are just having their way.
That took up about 19 or 20 yards. That's too big a chunk of yardage for the Chambersburg Trojans give up.
And that last play, Gary, that the Trojans had, the last series, that long pass to Kopp, I mean, it was way over his head. Kopp fell on the ground. Looked like there was a lot of contact there. That was kind of a momentum shift, kind of downer that you got to get that call. There was a lot of contact. Hopefully the Trojans still have the football, but instead it's now a fresh set of downs for Mr. Ferguson, number 7 for the Eagles.
Cumberland Valley in Chambersburg territory again.
Ferguson now, he wants to throw. First pass of the night for the Eagles, and it is completed to number 22, Connor Long, and he's tackled, stays in bounds around the 43-yard line.
He was in the left flat, as you see on your computer screen.
And we'll try to keep you up to date. Some other games going around the area the last week of the season. There is one game tomorrow, Carlisle at Harrisburg. But we'll see what we can do. We got Shippensburg at Greencastle and Susquehanna Township at James Buchanan, just to name a few.
Number 2, sophomore Charles Katcher in the game. He's one of the leading scorers for Cumberland Valley.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. Ferguson has 3 in the back, and he wants to feed it, and he finds an opening. Number 33, Joseph Heichel again. He goes through the defense. At least 8 of the 11 players on the field finally tackled for a fresh set of downs at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Heichel and Nick Rhodes, they comprise most of the Cumberland Valley running game, and Heichel has 9 rushing touchdowns thus far this year.
So Cumberland Valley has another first down, and to be honest with you, just having their way with the running game. They really don't need to pass the football. The Trojans are
4 minutes left in the first quarter, Mike.
just having a hard time figuring out what to do when the ball is going to Heichel's hand. Now here's a pass from Ferguson, and it is caught by the Cumberland Valley Eagles, number 2, and he's tackled immediately by Warren Lee, and number 2 was Charles Katcher, the sophomore. Gets a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and short for another first down as we hit the 3:36 mark here at Chapman Field.
Chambersburg defender wrapped his arms around the legs of the Cumberland Valley receiver, would not let go.
So motion, and looks like Heichel has it once again, and he dances around the Trojan defense and gets enough for a first down.
Clock is stopped again for the first down, moving the sticks. 3:21 left in the first quarter.
And really, Gary, that's the only time the clock's going to stop for the Cumberland Valley Eagles, getting those fresh set of downs. I mean, the clock's continually going to run, getting that yardage. And that's one of the things this year Trojans have had a hard time. Those 3rd down conversions, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, were not able to capitalize. And so far the Eagles have. As once again, Ferguson wants to hand the football off. There is finally a flag. Connor Long has it, and he's immediately tackled by the Chambersburg Trojan defense. And we'll see what the first flag of tonight's contest is on.
Classinger number 7, Ferguson number 7, coming across, get some instructions from his coach.
And it is a penalty on Cumberland Valley, so Chambersburg. It will stay first down, but they're going to bring it back. Looks like a hold. So that'll bring it back 10 yards. So it'll be on the 26-yard line for the Eagles. As a look down at the field, if you're watching on GameTimePA.com, John Irwin doing the video, as he's done a great job throughout the year. Not really a standing room only crowd, to be honest with you, but definitely some folks here on the home side. Another handoff by the Eagles. 5 or 6 yards. They're still in double stick situation after that penalty. About 6 yards on the play. 2:28 to go here in the first quarter.
It appears the Cumberland Valley quarterback comes to the sideline after every play, gets a play from the coach, but they are able to beat the 25-second clock, so no problem there.
So the Trojans just trying to make a defensive stop. They've shown some flashes of great defense this year, but that's the key word, flashes. Unfortunately for them, there's some big plays as far as the passing game that has hurt them throughout this year against the competition. Here's Ferguson scrambling to the left side. Trojans are after him, a couple missed tackles. He's still on his feet. 15-10, knocked out of bounds by the 8-yard line. And now we'll get it close to the original line of scrimmage as we'll stop the clock at 1:51.
Quarterback scrambling to the right. Had a receiver in that right part of the end zone, but he was fairly well covered by Chambersburg. So what happens? He runs the ball and makes a big play. Picks up most of the yardage. 3rd and 3 for Cumberland Valley.
Eagles all-time series 30-5 against the Chambersburg Trojans. Gotta go back 22 years seems like yesterday that the Trojans won against the Eagles, as the defense knows they're in red zone territory. Number 10, he runs in 5 to the touchdown, Matthew Wevido. That's Matthew Wevido, the sophomore. Number 10 runs in, gets the yardage he needs, and gets another 6 points for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. Gary, what did you see wrong with that play?
Well, I didn't see any defenders touching him.
Well, that definitely doesn't help. I mean, that kind of sums it up perfectly. As number 10 gets the touchdown for the Eagles.
I didn't get the distance on that touchdown run, Mikey.
And we'll get that officially here. So we'll check Sean Michael on our Twitter feed. He'll have all the exacts for us. And that extra point is good for the Eagles. And we're getting close to the end of the first quarter. But guess what? The Trojans are already down by 2 touchdowns. And we'll be right back. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Friday night football here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Mike Berger along with Gary Lang, as the Cumberland Valley Eagles just scored another touchdown with 1:47 to go here, first quarter. And the Trojans, it seems like they had, the offense for about, a minute maybe?
Maybe 3, 4, 5 plays.
And it also seems like every run is a good 8 to 10 yards, and that's what's hurt the Chambersburg Trojans, not able to stop the running of the likes of Nicholas Rhodes and also Joe Heichel.
Now Connor Long to kick off. He put his last kickoff into the end zone. His 23rd time of the year for a touchback.
And it bounces. Great kick. It goes out of bounds. It is going to be a flag, though. It went out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Trojans would have been in a heap of trouble. That would have stayed in bounds. And lucky for them, Darius looked at it and he said, I better let it go. And he's lucky it happened out of bounds, and there'll be a penalty. Trojans will get the football. Probably place it on the 35-yard line.
Those red jerseys were quickly approaching the football, but it bounced out of bounds in the next time. 1:47 to go in the first quarter. Chambersburg with only its second possession of the game.
Yeah, second possession, down 14 points. And we'll see what number 16, Hunter Leedy, can do with the Chambersburg offense. As Leedy has 2 receivers on the left side, one on far right, has a back beside him. He gets the football and hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's looking at the defense, makes a quick turn to his left side and goes nowhere, maybe a yard or so. And Trojans, their key is you're getting close to the end of the quarter. You want to keep the football, do something with this, get a consistent drive. They have done that against the Harrisburg game. They had some nice drives. They took a lot of the clock. But unfortunately, Harrisburg was making those big plays all at once and was getting right back in the game. And the Trojans took too much time with the football, as now the Trojans were second down, 6 to go. And Leedy, he's in shotgun, and he wants to hand it off again to Darius Johnson. He's trying to find a hole and goes nowhere once again, as 3 Cumberland Valley Eagles find him. Looks like number 16, Jared Palmer, is right there ready for him.
3rd and long for the Trojans.
It is senior night tonight. We had a nice
Pregame ceremony.
And I loved it because it gave us time to figure everything out for you so we could give you this broadcast. So it took some time there to honor the seniors, their last home game. Last regular season home game. We'll see how the playoff picture goes, as the Trojans have the ball with 34 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. A fake handoff. He wants to pass, and he finds his man, number 82. He makes the catch, and he goes out of bounds, and that would be Griffin Leedy.
That's close to the first down. We'll have to see where the ball is marked.
Yeah, good job by Leedy. He faked the handoff, had a nice open field to see what he wanted to do with the football, and it is going to be a first down. The Trojans' first down of this evening with under 16 seconds, and I bet, Gary, that might be the last play of this quarter.
10 yards, they got just 10 yards, but it counts as a first down, and Chambersburg will start the second quarter. Ball on their own 45-yard line, marching to the north end of the field.
Now in the first quarter, Cumberland Valley leads 14-0. We'll be right back with Chambersburg Trojan football action. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here, second quarter action. Trojans have the football with their first down of the game to end the quarter. And the handoff goes to number 33, Clay Myers, as he gets a couple yards to start the Trojan offense here in the second. So Leedy doing the quarterback duties thus far. Looks like there was a lot of substitutions at first series as Trojans know it's their last game of the season. Try to mix it up. Try to get everybody a chance to play as they're down right now already 14-0. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So no yard gain there by Myers. Spread offense by the Trojans. Motion now to the left side by number 21, Joshua Honorat. And now a handoff. And again, nowhere to go. Trojans can't find a hole. Smothering defense. Honorat had the football. It looks like number 63 with the Eagles, Robert Webb, senior 205-pounder. He helped with two other defenders, Gary. Man, this stifling defense.
There's no place to go. You just stuffed at the line of scrimmage there.
So now it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 11. That was a loss of a yard there for the Chambersburg Trojans. Once again, 3 receivers now set up on the left side. Leedy waiting for the football, gets it, high snap. He still has, he wants to throw long, and he's going long for his intended receiver, and it's no good. Off the hands of Darius Johnson as he was covered by Connor Long, number 22. Good coverage by Long. Darius Johnson ran down the field. He turned around. It was a good pass. I mean, he knew where the ball was going to be at.
A jump ball, and neither player could come down with it. Now Long again, back to receive the punt. How many Connor Longs does this team have?
They have plenty of them, and it's helped them as Eagles are now 7-2 going into tonight's contest as Taylor's going to have to kick the football, and it's going to take a Trojan bounce. Look like some touching by the Trojans, but the Eagles are able to recover, and they have it. Number 22, Connor Long has it. He's still on his feet. He goes on the far left side. He's to the 40, 30. One guy to beat, and he's knocked out of bounds by the Chambersburg Trojans, number 19, Nazir Taylor. So the kicker, that's why they always say play in the backfield. You never know. They're going to need you. Just don't kick the football. And if it wasn't for Taylor, Long would have been gone.
And nice open field tackle by Taylor. Punched him out of bounds there. What about the Chambersburg 32?
So the Trojans' offense thus far has been subpar. Down by 2 touchdowns. Almost.
That was about a 50-yard return there, Mike.
Yeah, at least. By number 22, Connor Long. And now Ferguson, he likes what he sees. He's on the Trojans' territory on the 34-yard line as his offense gets in position, some motion on the left side, and fakes a handoff. He wants to throw. He's looking somebody middle of the field. It goes to number 2. It is a good catch. It's a first down deep in Trojan territory. It's going to be around the 5-yard line. That's number 2 for the Eagles, Charles Katcher, his second good catch of this evening.
Slant route, pick up about 25.
And Man, Ferguson, he could have read a couple books. Didn't even need the Cliff Notes. I tell you what, he good defense on that front line, able to find an open man as he found number 2 catcher. As we got a fresh set of downs, ball on the 8-yard line. First and goal, Eagles. 9:55 to go here, second quarter. Eagles are looking for more.
Chambersburg defender runs off the field. Now, how many players do they have on the field? Okay, now they have 11.
And you'd be surprised, Gary. We've seen a couple penalties this year of that nature. Trojans actually had a timeout in last Saturday's game, and they had too many men on the field. Right away, there was a penalty. Now, how do you do that after a timeout? That's the reason why you're 1-8. One of the reasons the Chambersburg Trojans got to focus on the fundamentals for next year. As a handoff to number 22, he's spinning around the Trojans defense, goes around the 3-yard line, and 22, Connor Long.
Looks like the tackle that time by number 52, Miles Braxton, one of the leading Trojan tacklers this year. Number 52, Braxton on the tackle.
So it's going to be second and goal, 4 yards to go for a touchdown, 9:20 to go here in the half. It's Ferguson under center, looks left, right, barks the call out, waits for the football, and he hands it to his man, number 33, and he dances in for another touchdown for the Eagles. That's Joseph Heichel. So Joseph Heichel runs in for 4 yards, and it's now a 20-0 Cumberland Valley Eagle contest. And guess what? We still got a long way to go in the second quarter, and we talked about competitive game, keep it away from a mercy rule, and the way things are going so far, it doesn't look very good for the Chambersburg Trojans.
Cumberland Valley has had their way tonight, whether it's passing, whether it's rushing.
So the touchdown goes to Joe Heichel, 4 yards, and we're waiting for the extra point. And it's money by Long. At the 9:07 mark, Cumberland Valley Eagles lead at 21-0. We'll return right after these messages. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Chapman Field, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Cumberland Valley has a commanding 21-0 lead. And Gary, I'm hoping that this game gets better because right now the only highlight so far is the pregame meal we had.
Well, excellent.
So Darius Johnson, he gets the catch at the 10-yard line, still on his feet at the 20-yard line, and tackled finally by the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
Now, during the timeout, I heard the Carlisle band.
I'm going to start counting that, Gary. How many times you say Carlisle?
Cumberland Valley band playing the Victors. You think they're anticipating something we don't know yet?
What, a victory?
The Victors, yes. Traditional football song, but gosh, playing it early in the second quarter.
Well, I saw the cheerleaders. They were throwing the little footballs out to everybody after a touchdown. They've done that 3 times thus far. As Hunter Leedy, he's talking to his squad right now, saying, guys, let's just get on the board. Let's get something before halftime as the ball is on the 22-yard line on the Trojans 22.
9 minutes left in the first half.
So we got motion. That would be Joshua Hornerad, and right away the umpire wants to stop the action. He saw something. Maybe an illegal procedure or set up by the Chambersburg Trojans, and guess what? That's the case. They'll go back 5.
Wrong direction for Chambersburg.
So the Trojans, they had the win against Mifflin County at home. But other than that, it's been a very tough year. You had a coach that's no longer with the team, Sam Scott Mitchell, now the interim coach for the Chambersburg Trojans, and after that, it's been some good sequences of excellence as far as football, but a lot of sequences not so well to accumulate 8 losses thus far. We got a quick handoff, and guess what? Number 63 and 36 for Eagles knew that was coming. As
They had a meeting in the Trojan backfield.
Johnson is shaking his head. He had nowhere to go. It's double sticks. It's a loss of yardage for the Chambersburg Trojans. As the ball is now, see where they place the ball. Looks like on the 17-yard line.
Quigley and Webb on the tackle there, and
They were ready, Gary. I mean, they knew it.
Cumberland Valley stealing the Chambersburg signals, maybe?
Nah, I wouldn't get that greedy. As 3 receivers on the left side for the Trojans, as Leedy wants to throw, and it's overthrown. Looks like close to a parallel pass there by Darius Johnson. He was only about a yard away from the yard of scrimmage.
Yes.
Even if he would have caught that football, there was 5 defenders waiting for him.
Yes, almost a lateral pass, as we used to say.
So as we now have 17 yards for the Trojans, 3rd down. I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors to have this contest for us tonight. And they'll be part of us for the basketball season as well. And I'll be here before you know it. As the Trojans now have trips on the left side, a lone receiver on the far right. And here's another throw. The attendant receiver way over his head.
That would not have been enough for a first down.
No, Spencer Seaman there, well overthrown over his head. It would have been well short of a first down. Taylor's going to have to punt the football.
And it appears one of the Connor Longs is back to receive the punt. Hey, we've got a new punt returner, number 14. Number 14, Keir Minor.
Looks like Keir Minor as the coach for the Eagles, Michael Whitehead. He's mixing it up here, up by 3 touchdowns. Taylor, another booming high one. It's going to bounce around the 42-yard line, take a Trojan bounce, land right on the 49, and that's where Ferguson will have the football. Hey, I'd like to remind everybody, follow us on Mid-Penn Broadcasting on Twitter, like us on Facebook, visit us online right from your mobile phone at www.midpennbroadcasting.com. I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Klein Tours, New York City, Lang City, so much more. Visit kleintours.net for complete tour schedule. Mike Berg along with Gary Lang. Second quarter action, still almost 8 minutes to go here.
33-yard punt there for Taylor, and that ball is squarely on the midfield stripe.
And Ferguson has had his way up 21 points as he is under center, motion now by the right side. He hands it to his man, River Young. And
about 10-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, he flows about 10 yards. It's going to be a fresh first down, looks like, or very close to. Looks like officially it'll stay second down with 1 yard to go.
Did I hear you say the river flowed about 10 yards on that play, Mike?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I was
it
just
flew.
checking.
It flowed. It was a fast river, too.
My goodness. Both the Carlisle, I did almost say Carlisle, didn't say it again. Why do I say it? Cumberland Valley, their O-line and D-line are having their way tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. As more motion, looks like another handoff. It'll be a first down for the Eagles. He's still on his feet. You have the whole team now trying to tackle him, and finally brought down around the 36-yard line. Looks like number 40,
the fullback,
Cole Klein. So Cole Klein, number 40, finally tackled. It's one of those games, Gary, where you don't want it to get dragged. You know, you're down 4 or 5 touchdowns. You want to get competitive. You want something get the fans, especially on the Chambersburg side, and you look over on the visiting side. You watch on Game Time PA. Not a bad showing for the Trojans coming up here. And another handoff. This time,
number 14,
Keir Minor.
Yeah, he was the deep back on the punt several plays ago.
Waynesboro leads Big Spring 6-0 end of the first quarter. Lizzie Arbogast is covering that.
Number 32, Sam Chadahari into the backfield for.
And Gary, I see a fire truck now coming into the high school, so I'm not sure what that's about.
Well, we got to put out this fire that's happening on the football field.
That's a very good point. That's probably what is happening. Ferguson under center, as you hear the fire trucks and the police. And Here comes the Eagles once again barreling through the Trojan defense, number 40. And that'll be Cole Klein once again. First down, Cumberland Valley.
What can you say, Mike? They're having their way tonight with Chambersburg.
They sure are, as the clock now still ticking. Eagles, I say 85% of their offense thus far has been on the running game. As Ferguson has his offense spread out. He wants to pass. He's scrambling to the right. Here comes the Trojans trying to tackle him. There is a flag down. It's caught by number 19.
The receiver may have stepped out of bounds during that play.
So River Young ran out of bounds. We'll see what the play is as the referees want to talk to the linesman.
Yeah, you can't run out of bounds and hide and then come back on the field. That's not allowed.
And we'll see if that is officially what the call is. Is he still talking to the linesman? And now he wants to talk to the umpire for the enforcement spot. And it is against the Eagles. And eligible receiver, that is the call.
Yeah, he did go out of bounds. Came back in bounds.
It's usually that or a runner. A runner that has not the right number, not in the right position.
First and 15 for Cumberland Valley.
It seems like Cumberland Valley, that's all we've been saying. First down, first and goal. As Ferguson now in shotgun. He has his back beside him. 3 guys on the left side. He wants to throw, and he does to number 2. Number 2, Charles Catcher, still on his feet to the 15, tackled around the 13-yard line. That's close for another Eagle first down. And it is a first down for the Eagles. If we said first down, Gary, more than you said the word Carlisle, so that's at least a good thing on that point, because that is all the Eagles have done. It's really like a clinic. Ferguson now, officially the ball is on the 13-yard line. And he gives it near side to number 19, and he's close to a first down. River Young, very close, maybe a yard to go. Finally tackled by the Chambersburg Trojans, and I like Swiss cheese, Gary, but man, that's what the defense is reminding me of. They are just finding holes everywhere.
Cumberland Valley, first and goal on the 2-yard line.
We know what they probably want to do. They want to run the football. Goes to number 19. He goes to the 2nd yard, 1 yard, in for the touchdown. Number 19, River Young. And it's now a 27-0 Cumberland Valley lead.
2-yard TD run.
So a small run by Young, small yard by Heichel already in this quarter.
And Cumberland Valley has controlled the clock, controlled the ball.
And it's 4:45 still to go here in the first half. As the kicker long, waits for the snap, gets it, kicks it up in the air, and it's perfect. And just like that, at 4:45 mark, the Cumberland Valley Eagles lead the Chambersburg Trojans 28-0. And we'll be right back. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Definitely not a glory night for the Chambersburg Trojans, down 28-0 to the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And you think this score is bad, Gary? Guess what? Susquehanna Township leads the James Buchanan Indians 42-0 with 8:20 to go in the second quarter.
I thought you were going to say first quarter. I thought, oh my goodness.
That would be even worse, but Cannon is getting trounced, which Darius Johnson picks the football at the 2-yard line, and he knows he has to go. He's at the 15, tackled around the 16-yard line. So Trojans have a long way to go for the offense. And Gary Klein and I talked about this game last week during the Harrisburg game, looking at this week's schedule, and I'm sure when James Buchanan saw their schedule for this year, I mean, they have not had a good year whatsoever, but you're playing a team, Susquehanna Township has beat the likes of Bishop McDevitt's. You knew this was a game where, can I just call the athletic director and say, can we just have this game not played? I mean, this is...
Pick a score and we'll agree to it.
Right, and right now it's already 42-0. So for the Chambersburg Trojans, Leedy has the football on his own 14-yard line. He throws a short pass and completed to Darius Johnson, immediately tackled by 5 or 6 Cumberland Valley Eagles on the far left side.
Screen pass is not meant to lose 5 yards, though, Mike.
No, it is not. And the Trojans, this is a game where it's been nothing good if you're a Trojan football fan.
Well, one of the highlights, Trojan punter Taylor had a 47-yard punt. Was it 47 or 53-yard punt? It was a
booming long punt for sure. And that's not good if that's our highlight thus far for the Chambersburg Trojans. As Leedy, he's looking, and he's getting tackled by the Eagles. Loss of yardage, his defense kind of circling, his offensive line circling around him, not really helping him out too much, to be honest with you, is number 63, Robert Webb, the help there for the Eagles. And Gary, while we have a couple moments here, it's 3rd and 16 for the Trojans. They were talking to us about the halftime special ceremony going on tonight.
Yeah, John Ritchie is going to be presenting a golden football to Cumberland Valley. John Ritchie, former Cumberland Valley star, NFL star. And it'll be a gold football presentation.
Yeah, so the Trojans, a completion, but well short for a first down. So they'll punt the football. But, yeah, they were saying this ceremony, it's an actual gold football.
Signed by players and coaches, or just coaches?
I think it's because there was a coach and a football from an NFL background and also a player from an NFL background. They're going to all their different high schools to commemorate that. So very, everybody was talking about it here before the game. Very excited about the halftime show and the way the Trojans are playing. Maybe they should sit on the bench here and watch it because this game is not going their way whatsoever as Taylor's punt goes out of bounds around the 43-yard line. It's going to give Ferguson some good field position to start the offense once again.
Yeah, just about a 30-yard punt there for Taylor. The question is, can Chambersburg hold these last 2 minutes, 37 seconds of the first half?
22 straight losses, we said already, for the Trojans against the Eagles. And, you look at the schedule, it's going to be the same next year. I mean, they...
Even a tougher schedule, Mike.
Yeah, they realigned. They did some realignment, but because of the size of the Chambersburg High School, the population, one of the biggest schools in the state, that's the way it is. You're going to have to stay with, the bigger programs. As now Ferguson, he gets the high snap, and he wants to throw, and he does. It's completed to number 21 for the Eagles, still on his feet, finally down by the 30-yard line by Darius Johnson.
About a 10-yard gain on the play. The clock is stopped right now.
And Samrita Chidari made that catch. But yeah, for next year, you were mentioning on the way up, was the 9th grade program had a very good year this year?
Yes, Coach Jared Faith of either Cam South. His 8th or 9th grade football team was undefeated. Big season for the younger Trojans.
And we'll take anything as an optimistic hope. I mean, right there, great football program there. Hopefully that'll feed into the high school as Ferguson throws another completion. There is a flag. Number 21 caught the football. That would be Nicholas Rhodes. Maybe a block in the back there by number 14, Kier Minor.
Rhodes made a nice catch on that play. You have to give him credit for that. Nice touch on the pass, and Rhodes pulled it down.
That's exactly what it is against the Eagles. So we'll forget about the nice catch, and The enforcement will bring the umpire position of football around the 36-yard line, as there'll be double sticks for the Eagles. 1st and 16, as we still got 2:14 left here in the first half, as it seems like an eternity for the Chambersburg Trojans, down 28-0.
Ferguson quarterbacking for Cumberland Valley. Seems like he has all the time he needs.
And he drops back, and now he's being chased by the Trojans, and he's finally tackled down, lost of yardage big time, but 82 Griffin Leedy, this junior 190-pounder, 6'1", and he had Ferguson the whole time, had his number, brought him back big time, as we see the yardage is now 2nd and 26. So one bright spot there for the Chambersburg Trojans in the half. As Ferguson, now there is a flag on the play, wants to throw a bomb, and it's caught, but number 14, he rolls in for the touchdown, but will it count? As immediately there was a flag thrown, and it's going to go against the Eagles. That touchdown's not going to count.
Yeah, Keir Minor, number 14, he was all alone.
So we had illegal procedure by the Eagles. Illegal shift officially is the call by the PA announcer, and man, nice throw, nice catch by Keir Minor, but guess what? All for nothing. At least he got, maybe lost a couple calories there running in. For the Trojans, hey, we'll take it. I mean, we don't want another 6 points on the board.
And Minor saying to this coach, what happened? I didn't do it. But
it's now 2nd down and 26 yards to go for a first down ball on the 46-yard line.
Less than 2 minutes. 2nd and they say 31 yards right now.
So now Ferguson, he wants the football, he wants to throw, he has to, and it's completed by number 22, Connor Long. Connor Long finds an opening, he jumps up in the air, not sure why he did that, and finally tackled down. No idea why.
Well, he's trying to fake Austin Kopp there. Kopp would not go for that fake.
And also Spencer Seaman there with the tackle. I don't know, maybe it was just a bad leap because it didn't go anywhere. But, I mean, he did get some yards off that. Officially 15. It's now 3rd and 11.
That Long is a speedster.
Ferguson once again wants to throw. He finds number 2. It's a battle for the catch, and it's going to go out of bounds. Or is it complete? And the official is saying yes. It is complete to Charles Cashier. That was very close. As the Trojan coaching, I'm looking on their side. They're not real happy with that. It looked like he was out of bounds. But unfortunately for the Trojans, coaching staff, there's not a red flag you can throw in the field to look at that.
Yes, the Chambersburg defender just needed to bat the ball away. Doesn't need to intercept. Just bat that ball away.
So a great catch by Cashier.
Empty backfield.
And look at this. They had 26 yards to go for a first down, and now they're only a couple yards for a touchdown, and it does. And it's Charles Cashier. He caught the long bomb. He runs in for a couple yards, and now they're up 34-0.
That's an 8-yard touchdown pass.
8 yards, and guess what? I'll give you a trivia question. It's 34-0. If he gets his extra point, what does that mean?
That's 35-0, and that means the clock operator does not have to worry about operating the clock too much.
You got it. 34-0 as Long. Man, something the Trojans did not want to do, at least here at halftime, get close to a mercy rule. And Long, his kick is no good, but there is a flag. The Trojans are just praying it's on the Eagles because you don't want to give Long another opportunity. Already up 34-0 as Charles Cashier, man, he has some nice hands there, able to catch 2 good passes. And the Trojans, they had double sticks on the Eagles. Over 30 yards to go for a first down for the Eagles. And it was a penalty on the Eagles. Kick is no good, so it'll be 34-0 here with 1:01 remaining. We'll take a quick break. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Mike Berg along with Gary Lang, getting close to halftime for the Chambersburg Trojans. They're ready for it, and it's kind of ironic. 34-0. All you need is an extra point to get the mercy rule. Extra point no good, plus the penalty against the Eagles. So it's going to be official clock keeping until the Eagles are able to score or be optimistic. Hopefully Trojans can do something, but they only got a minute to go here in the half.
Gosh, that was an unusual drive there. It was about a 50-yard drive. They had a long touchdown pass taken back. They were penalized several times, and they still got it in about a minute's time.
And here's the kick. It's a bouncy one by Long. Trojans trying to figure out who's going to grab it. Finally, the Trojans get it, and he's still on his feet to the 25-30-yard line. See officially who has that football. It was Darius Johnson, and so he's number 33 for the Trojans. That would be Clay Myers. So Myers able to get it at least 16, 17 yards to get it to the 31-yard line.
You've called his number several times tonight. You making some late season adjustments and putting some numbers on the board for the Trojans.
So the Trojans at Severance Field last week was putting some points on the board. I know it was a shaky defense for the Harrisburg Cougars, but tonight they've only had one first down as Leedy scrambling to the right side, trying to find somebody. Is it intercepted by the Eagles? Yes, it is. It's an interception as nothing is going right for the Chambersburg Trojans. Number 14, Kier Minor, with the pick. And the Eagles, they still got 47 seconds to go to get some more points on the board.
Yeah, very acrobatic interception as you see on your computer screen. Just a very athletic play.
And the Eagles, they're pumped. They want to score. They're getting lined up right away. As two receivers on the left side, 1, 2, 3 on the other end. As Ferguson gets the football, he wants to throw, and he does. He's looking for number 14 over his head as the pass is overthrown to Kier Minor. Good coverage there by Spencer Seaman.
A soft spiral, but it was thrown out of bounds.
30-yard field goal by Greencastle gets them on the board, but they're down 23-3 late in the second quarter. Greencastle, it seems like 3 or 4 weeks ago, they had a decent record, having a good job for this year, and everything just kind of fell through. Another catch by Minor at the 44-yard line. He goes past the 40 to the 38. There's a scramble for the football, and they're saying he lost, and the Trojans will get it here with less than a minute with 35.3 exact.
Yeah, he was down. He was looking, hey, where's the football?
Trojans just wish they had a little more time to play with it. As 35.3, they do have all 3 timeouts.
And just 62 yards to hit pay dirt.
49-0 halftime, Susquehanna Township over the Rockets. Still a whole half to go, but should be a fast one with the mercy rule going on. Here we got 34-0 as Leedy wants to try to throw something in the air, get some good yards, try to get a score. He goes to Warren Lee. Warren Lee goes for one brick wall and now is tackled by a host of Eagles. Gets a couple yards, and with a run, that's going to keep the clock ticking now at 23 and counting till halftime. Not using a timeout. Trojans rush the offensive line to the line of scrimmage.
10 seconds left in the half.
And they better hurry up and get it. Here he is, Lee again. They just want to run and close out the half. Lee maybe gets a yard or so, but that'll end the first half here at Chapman Field, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It's been all Eagles. It's the Cumberland Valley Eagles 34, Chambersburg Trojans nothing. We'll have the halftime show after these messages. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Hampton Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. It's the halftime show. Mike Berger along with Gary Lang. 40, I was going to say 40. I don't want to.
34.
Not yet. 34-0. I should stand up as we got to reach our neck and look at the scoreboard. But 34-0 is the lead for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. And actually, I was thinking 40, over 40 points so far by Susquehanna Township against James Buchanan. That's at halftime, 49-0. Chambersburg Trojans, Gary, this from the offset, we knew that Eagles can score some points. Trojans, they had 34 points, 35 points respectively the last two games, but tonight they got goose eggs. Nothing much on the offensive side, and it's been all Central Cumberland Valley.
I would say the Cumberland Valley offensive and defensive lines have been dominating the game. Their offensive line opening up big holes for the runners, and their defensive line just stopping the Trojans cold in their tracks. Cumberland Valley is the steamroller, and Chambersburg is the steamrollee.
And at Sean C. Michael, he's tweeting tonight's game. Chambersburg had 10 rushes for 8 yards, 15 yards total of offense, 3 for 8 passing by Leedy with an interception. And Darius Johnson, leading rusher, 3 carries for 7 yards. You're not going to win many ball games with those type of stats.
It's just a tough night for Chambersburg. They put up, 34, 35 yards, 34, 35 points last week against Harrisburg, but they just can't get their offense in motion tonight, Mike.
Yeah, it's not been good for Chambersburg, as this will be their last game of the 2015 campaign. Cumberland Valley, they're 7-2 coming in tonight's contest. They were tied for the top spot in the Commonwealth, and they'll at least clinch tonight if they, at least a tie, if they win tonight, which by all indications they will. So for Cumberland Valley, they're focused on the playoffs. They're focused tonight as far as don't let anybody get hurt.
And try out some plays, try out some formations, see what works.
And for the Trojans, they're still getting the starting squad in the game, hoping to get some points on the board, and we'll just see what happens here in the second half. And we'll have more halftime show after these messages. Trojans down by a lot, 34-0. Cumberland Valley in control. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We serve all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the four-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Chapman Field, Trojans down 34-0, and Gary Klein really needs to change the music there, man. He must love Bruce Springsteen, CSI, a little bit of everything. So.
Hey, well, the Chambersburg band was playing a Beatles medley during the halftime show, but they forgot the one Beatles song that would have been appropriate.
What is that?
Help!
Yeah, you got it on the money. That would have been a key song, but I think maybe not enough help will help. I mean, the fire company came. What kind of help do you want? We saw them in the second quarter. But unfortunately for Chambersburg, it's been all Cumberland Valley. And Gary, you mentioned a little bit about it in the second quarter. You got to actually watch it here at halftime about the special ceremony they did tonight.
Yes, well, it turns out that the NFL is awarding gold footballs to teams that have had players on, I guess, winning Super Bowl teams. Well, Cumberland Valley's own John Ritchie, if I recall correctly, his number was 40, dominating fullback for Cumberland Valley in maybe the 1970s. Brought the NFL football and handed it to former coach Ken Ripfell. Nice ceremony, and that'll be a nice item to go in the Cumberland Valley display case.
Yeah, wonderful ceremony. We heard about it. People were really excited about it. A lot of rich history here for the Cumberland Valley Eagles as Week 10 here. And let's go over who's all playing tonight. We did have some scores for you. Bish McDevitt, they're at Lower Dauphin. Camp Hill at Middletown. Central Dauphin at CD East. That should be a nice competitive game. East Pennsboro at Northern York. Northern dominated Greencastle a couple weeks back, the good old Polar Bears. Hershey, Mechanicsburg, Redland at Cedar Cliff. Shippensburg up big at halftime at Greencastle. We have that game also on MidPennBroadcasting.com. State College at Mifflin County tonight. State College beat Cumberland Valley last week. Steel High at Bowling Spring. Susquehanna Township at James Buchanan. And I don't want to repeat that score right now. I'll get you another update later on. Trinity at Milton Hershey. Waynesboro at Big Spring. West Perry at Palmyra. And tomorrow, Carlisle at Harrisburg. That will end the 2015 regular season, and it'll be playoffs starting next week. As a lot of Cumberland Valley, Harrisburg, they're in the mix. There's a lot of teams.
Carlisle, I think, is looking to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, another team, and that's why we talked about those first two games of this year. Trojans lost in overtime to Greencastle over Labor Day weekend. Following week, they lost to Shippensburg at Shippensburg, and you're down 0-2. If they would have won those two games.
They were very close games, if I recall.
They were very close. In fact, the one was in overtime, and just the fact that those two games with the one win against Mifflin County, we could have talked about maybe a couple weeks ago these games coming up to this one. It could have been very important for the championship, maybe get a chance to get into district play, but unfortunately for them, it did not happen, and for this game tonight, it's more instructional and trying to get everybody into the ball game.
It seems to me that several years back, Chambersburg had a 5-5 record and got into the playoffs. We went on a long playoff trip up to, Interstate 81.
Wasn't it Birdsboro? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, that we did a couple of those district playoff games. Unfortunately for Chambersburg, they only lasted that one contest, but they got into it. They got to smell it, at least be part of the action. So we'll get ready for second half action. Eagles only need one more point for mercy rule. Trojans are hoping that's not going to be the case, as we'll get ready for it. You're listening to the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidpenBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidpenBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Wednesday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidpenBroadcasting.com. You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidpenBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Chapman Field, Trojans down 34-0 against the Cumberland Valley Eagles. As the Trojans, a lot of not-so-good statistics against them, particularly this game, and also history-wise against the Eagles. They've lost 22 straight contests, and their overall percentage is not very good as well. 30 wins by the Eagles to 5 Trojan wins. And it's just one of those games, Gary, where you just hope the second half goes pretty fast.
What do you think interim coach Scott Mitchell would be telling his team at halftime?
Basically, he wants to tell his team, number one, just go out there and just kind of say those uplifting things that make you want to go back out down 34-0. You got to try your best, represent your school. The seniors, their last game for the regular season.
Play hard, yes.
Yeah, all those good motivational speeches that you would watch in a movie like Hoosiers, or they really get you pumped up down 34 points. But you just gotta get your players want to go out there, and it's football. No matter what the score is, overall, if you really enjoy the sport, you want to be out there no matter what. And for the Trojans, and hopefully for the future, we want meaningful games. We want games that we know on the schedule that, hey, we can win that game, or hey, this is going to be a good one. Make sure you come out and support us. And Trojans have had, we saw some great shows at halftime at Cash's at the Trojans, especially the military program, which is just an unreal thing they do.
Nice theme nights.
Yeah, nice theme nights. That's a good key word. But you want more than just waiting for the halftime show. You want to have a good football squad out there, and it's been some flashes of really good work by some of the individuals on the team. But for the Trojans to be competitive, it's going to have to be both ways. It's going to have a great defense, great offense, and not just have a great first quarter. You want to have that same type of momentum throughout the season, and we've seen that. I was at the game up at State College where the Trojans were up almost 2 touchdowns, and they were just playing stellar football, and then after that, it was a totally different football team. And for the Trojans who will get the football here, start the second half, they're just looking for something to cheer about.
Well, athletic director Jeremy Flores, he's been trying to put together a great coaching staff in all sports for the Trojans. They have new softball and baseball coaches in the upcoming season, and he's just an up-and-coming athletic director. Tries to be enthusiastic about all sports at Chambersburg, and hopefully he'll make the right decisions as to who to hire.
And we were talking about on the way up, legendary Coach Thomas, longtime baseball coach, had a wonderful ceremony to honor him. So
he had 51 years of service as baseball coach.
As the Trojans will get the football down by 34 points, and Warren Lee has it at the 12-yard line. He's still on his feet, around a couple defenders, tackled finally around the 34. And the Trojans will start the football here in the second half.
Well, early in the game, Cumberland Valley had an injured player, number 5, Chris Arrington. I don't see his number on the sideline. I don't know if he was taken for observation or what his status is, but I don't see his number on the sideline or on the field right now.
So the Trojans will have the football officially on the 33-yard line, just get underway second half. Trojans down by 34 points as number 29, Jacob Harder, on the far left side. And the QB, Hunter Leedy, he feeds it. Looks like it's fumbled. The Trojans will recover.
A dive play does not get much yardage, Mike.
And Darius Johnson gets a yard or two. And it seems like that's been the script for the Trojans in this the first half. 1 or 2 yards, maybe 3, and before you know, it's third and long.
Yes, and we're not talking Connor long. We're talking third and long on the yardsticks there.
Yeah, we said his name a lot tonight. It's 9 yards to go for a first down. Leedy looks left to right at his offense, and he wants to hand the football off again to Johnson, and again he goes nowhere. Eagles defense smothering.
They're those holes up. There's no big openings for the Chambersburg running backs to get through.
Yeah, they're all got their plumbing license. They're plugging the leaks, making sure nothing is going past their way. As here we go again, 3rd and 6. 10:50 to go here in the third quarter, second half action.
Beautiful night for football, though, Mike. About 65, 70 degrees. Rain is held off.
Yeah, the weather's been an A+. Where we're sitting at tonight as far as the venue as a catch is made by the Trojans as a missile was thrown to the hands of the Trojan receiver. He gets a first down. Darius Johnson able to grab that football at the 45-yard line, immediately tackled.
18 yards on the play.
That'll be one of the few Trojans first downs for this evening, as we'll see if they can capitalize on this drive.
They are controlling the ball here to open the third quarter, Mike.
And that's good to see, as they're ready to play some football here against the tough Eagles and their defense. Leedy under center, he feeds the football, and this time looks like Myers, and he maybe gets a couple yards. Actually, Brandon Miller had a huge game, over 100 yards of rushing in the loss against Harrisburg.
And as you see on your computer screen there, fans, the Cumberland Valley linebackers are filling those holes quickly. They're not sitting back in the zones. They're anticipating the running game and stopping the running game. However, in that play, Trojan broke around the right end for the 5-yard gain.
So 2nd and 5, as This time the ball hands off to Carter Edmondson, and looking over the roster, a lot of these players that we talk about, a couple yards for the Trojans, they're seniors. Seniors meaning they will not be playing next year, such as Carter Edmondson, Warren Lee, also Darius Johnson, Jacob Harder, Hunter Leedy, a lot of these folks that we talk about a lot, Darius Johnson, Joshua Honorat.
Well, we'll have to see how the Trojans are in the off season in the weight room. See if they get bigger and stronger and make a difference next year.
So Leedy wants a first down as he hands the football off to 27 Carter Edmondson, very close to a first down. It's going to be 4th and short, 4th and 1 for the Trojans. They want to go for it. You have nothing to lose. Let's see if they can get this first down. If you're watching on GameTimePA.com. So the Trojans is trying to make this a respectable contest. Ball on the Eagles 36, and we looks like we got a penalty and maybe an encroachment.
I don't see any flags, but there has to
No,
be
it's
a
one of
stoppage
those.
and play.
And some confusion. The coaches, they want to know what's going on the Chambersburg side. You're right, there was no flag thrown. They're calling it a play, and it didn't go nowhere, and Eagles will get the football. So all of that, 2 first downs, Trojans in good territory. They're on the Eagles 36, and some wacky play causes the Eagles to get the football. That kind of capitalized, put the icing on the cake, put it in the box, and deliver the type of season the Chambersburg Trojans have had.
Yeah, they don't even get a good playoff there in their attempt.
So as this game's rolling on 34-0, Susquehanna Township up 56-0 against the Rockets. And number 14, he's been doing it all night long, still on his feet. Kier Minor, he's at the 40, spinning, wants to go midfield, but tackled finally by the Chambersburg Trojans around the 28-yard line. Long run by Kier Minor. And the Eagles, they look like carbon copy of the first half.
That looks like 35-yard run in my books, Mike.
So fresh set of downs, and while we get the change ready, we'd like to remind you this broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate, get more great. This fall, a special offer on home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender.
We thank all of our sponsors this year, Mike. A great bunch of people sponsoring Trojan football and also Greencastle Blue Devil football.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, hand off to another one of their top receivers. He's still on his feet to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He goes in with nobody around him. Number 19 for the Eagles. That is River Young, his 2nd touchdown of tonight. And that will get the Eagles in mercy roll. It is now 40-0 Cumberland Valley.
He dropped the Chambersburg defender in his tracks there. Chambersburg defender fell down, got faked out.
So River Young, 27 yards in with the run. He went from right to left. Nice trickery by the Eagles. Get the Trojans going in the opposite direction. Didn't see Young going there on the far left side as he goes in with no interaction of the Trojan defense. And the kick by Long is perfect. And the score is now 41-0 Eagles. 7:39 to go here, 3rd quarter. We'll be right back after these messages. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on GameTimePA.com. On MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
here at historic Chapman Field, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, as we're now officially in the mercy roll. Eagles are up 41-0. Darius Johnson with the catch around the 12-yard line and is tackled at his ankles, and he's down around the 24. So nothing going right. One of those records that keeps playing the same song. And this half should go a lot faster now with Eagles with more than 35 points on the board.
Yeah, another thing we've noticed tonight, Mike, is that Cumberland Valley is a very fast team. They've got a lot of speed in their offensive backfield.
Yeah, Eagles. I mean, they're going to have a lot of weapons to show against whoever they're going to play in the playoffs. I mean, they have a great defense, good offense. I mean, yes, we're only seeing them playing against the Chambersburg Trojans as Leedy fakes a pass, decides to keep it himself, and is tackled by 5 Eagles. I mean, it's kind of hard to show. Again, this team lost to State College last week, not a top echelon team. Not sure what the weaknesses was against the college squad. A lot of these football teams that we're seeing that the Trojans lose, they have a quarterback that can run the football, and he has the people around him that he can mix it up.
They've got the leadership in a quarterback.
As now it's 2nd and 10, 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. As a handoff to Johnson, he's at the 28, trying to get to the 30. Maybe a 4-yard gain, and it'll be third down for Chambersburg. So this half should go more swiftly.
But it's been painful for Chambersburg. They're trying their best, but they just have not been firing on all cylinders.
41-0 Cumberland Valley. Leedy's still the quarterback for the Chambersburg Trojans. He has 2 backs. Looking left, right, fakes a handoff, scrambles to the right side, finds an open receiver, and he's caught. Still on his feet, 45, 47-yard line is number 21.
Josh Honorat.
So Joshua Honorat, another senior, Gary.
A nice catch and run on that play.
So a nice catch, knocked out of bounds, but doesn't matter as clock keeps on ticking.
Nice sprint out by the Chambersburg quarterback to keep that play alive and allow Honorat to get into the open zone.
Biglerville 14, Bermudian Springs 7 into the third quarter. As another handoff by the Trojans, and is this trying to go through a brick wall? There's no going as the Trojans, number 27, Carter Edmondson, is realizing that the defense, they're just shifting. They just know where this run's going to happen for the Trojans.
And you see those Eagle linebackers closing very quickly on the play also.
So as the Trojans look at a 2nd and 9, I'd like to remind you about Chalk Talk, only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football on MidPennBroadcasting.com. It's at the new location, Antrim Way, at the John Allison Public House every Thursday night. Talk to players, coaches, reporters, and you can listen to that on MidPennBroadcasting.com every Thursday night. Warren Lee with the football. There is a flag on the field. Still on his feet, close to a first down. But now they are going to stop the clock to figure out what the penalty is. And if you're an official up 41 points for Cumberland Valley, unless it's a major penalty, you're kind of keeping your flag in your pocket. And it is on Chambersburg.
The ball carrier had a head of steam up, made a nice run around the right end, but maybe part of that was holding against Chambersburg, made that all possible.
So now once the penalty is enforced, ball is placed, the clock will once again tick. Second double stick, second down for the Chambersburg Trojans.
Ball on their own 45-yard line.
As Edmondson, Johnson right next to Leedy. Leedy fakes the handoff to Johnson. He goes back a couple yards, wants to throw the football, and it is complete to Edmondson around the 47-yard line, tackled the middle of the field, officially around the 44, close to a first down.
They get into Cumberland Valley territory. Good sign for Chambersburg. Screen pass left, and good results on it. Looks like it's going to be third and a long one.
Trojans will try to get a first down. The last series they had to start the second half, Trojans had 2 straight first downs and had some type of wild play where nobody knew what happened. It looked like some type of encroachment or offensive sides, and officials let the play go, and the Trojans were just stuck. And it looks like maybe a first down. Edmondson tries to get that forward progress. Does he have enough?
He stumbled on his first step there. Was not able to get that.
Yeah, it looks like he still has a yard to go. As the clock continues to tick at 2:52 here in the third quarter.
It looks as if Chambersburg is going for it, Mike.
And why not? Got nothing to lose. Except maybe the football turnover on downs.
Split backfield.
So Leedy wants the first down. He hands it off, and let's see. It looks like he had it from here. Got the forward progress. I'm not sure why the officials shouldn't have to. Miller whiffed the ball. It looked like it was enough. I assume they would stop the clock if they want to measure it. And they're saying no. Eagles will get the football. Wow.
Looked like a late handoff there too, Mike.
And I'm looking at the officials on the Chambersburg side, the coaching staff, and they just kind of threw their hands down. Like, it looked good to me. It looked like the forward progress was there. But that's why I'm way up here. And the officials are down there making the official call, and nothing going right for Chambersburg Trojans. Eagles will have the football.
Looks like a new quarterback in the game for Cumberland Valley. Number 4, Ridge Bachman.
So the Eagles, new quarterback. And why would you keep your starters in? That's what I'm saying. You got a big game next week. And we got a flag. It's like a procedural play. Enforcement against Cumberland Valley Eagles. We'll try to get you some more scores here. 23-3 Chambersburg leads. End of the third quarter. We'll see if James Buchanan came back. They were down, what did I tell you, 56-0?
Yes.
So we'll see if they at least got some points on the board. In this game, we're just hoping the Chambersburg Trojans get some points on the board. Handoff to number 14, Kier Minor. He goes close to the sideline and gang tackled by the Chambersburg Trojans. Couple yard gang. It'll be 1:23 to go here, close to the end of the third quarter.
He's not a big runner, $165, but he still got that pile moving in the right direction.
So it's going to be 13 yards to gain for a first down for the Eagles.
Number 24, Colby Pearson into the game for Cumberland Valley.
As this game should be ending here a lot faster now. The Trojans down by 41 points. Motion from the right side. And now the feed goes to the Eagles, number 16. And he finds the Trojan defense waiting for him. A couple yard gain. And it will be third down as Eagles will probably have one more play to go here to end the third quarter.
Third and 8.
Yeah, not sure. I hear the other announcer that play clock has not started. Maybe it's not working, but usually you have 25 seconds to get it. That's already been a penalty. Maybe they don't do it now since it's a mercy rule situation as Eagles finally get it off only about 4 seconds to go.
My goodness.
Here's a long throw, and it's an easy catch by the Eagles, number 37 to the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, number 37, Michael Sunday. And Ridge Bachman, man, they took their old time. About 4 seconds ago, he goes back a couple steps and finds 37 Michael Sunday. And the junior, that was the easiest catch you could ever make. I mean, we could have made that catch. As he scrolls in for the TD, another 6 points for the Eagles, and it's now 47-0 Cumberland Valley.
That was about 55 yards, although we'll have to see what it's called officially. But that ends the third quarter, and it looks like it's going to be a 48-zip third quarter score.
And the extra point is good, as Gary was optimistic on that one. It's 48-0. We'll end the third quarter And we'll get you ready for fourth quarter action. Hopefully you're sticking with us. Got 12 more minutes left in the Trojan season. They're down 48-0. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Word. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Mike Berger along with Gary Lang started the fourth quarter action, if you want to call it action. 48-0 Cumberland Valley leads. Should be a short fourth quarter.
Now, during that intermission, one of the officials was honored for having officiated over 40 years. Bob Thomas, like Iron Man for the officiating crew.
Here's the kick by number 4 for Cumberland Valley. Rich Bachman actually threw the touchdown pass to end the third quarter, as the Trojans will have the football down by 48 points. So Honorad with the kickoff return, rounds a couple yards.
That was just a wide open play there at the end of the third quarter. The Sunday stroll there into the end zone from about 55 yards out.
Update on the game, Susquehanna Township at James Buchanan, 2 minutes to go. And James Buchanan down 63-0 to Susquehanna Township. So Gary, not as bad, I guess you can say, as our game.
They've have they had a scoreless second half?
Our game's not as bad as that game.
Has JB shut out the opposition in the second half there? Was it 63-0?
No, they've given up some touchdowns.
They've allowed more points?
Yeah. As back here at our game we're covering, 48-0's the score, 11 minutes to go till the end of this contest. Trojans have the ball, 2nd and 3.
Now I do see the 25-second clock running now.
Yeah, so not sure what was happening, or maybe a malfunction, but...
Equipment malfunction, Mike?
But there was more than 25 seconds to go on that play.
Yes.
And he threw the football about a little over 4 seconds. So, I mean, I'm not the best in math, but I mean, I think they used more than 25 seconds. Still a mercy rule situation. They were up more than 35 points. But, I mean, what are you going to do?
Let's review that one. Well,
so the Trojans give it to Warren Lee after the first down. Now he's looking for more. Another first down for the Chambersburg Trojans. Caden Hoover now in, doing the quarterback duties.
Trojans nearing midfield.
23-10 now. Shippensburg leads over Greencastle. As Greencastle did score, but there's 8:43 left in the contest.
Now Shippensburg, they have 2 Gustafsons on the field and one on the sideline. Quarterback and receiver and the head coach doing a really nice job for Shippensburg this year.
And here's the quarterback, Hoover. Another handoff.
They cross midfield.
Goes to Brandon Miller. He gets 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5, Chambersburg. I'd like to thank the accommodations here at the home press box. They had a nice little box snack for us.
Your favorite chicken?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
So, gotta look at the positives, Gary.
And an excellent chocolate chip cookie.
As the handoff to Edmondson, he gets
nothing.
Looks like Summers slammed down like a wrestling move down to the ground. As he gets nothing.
Brings up 3rd and long. 3rd and 6 for Chambersburg.
8:45 to go in the contest. Trojans down 48-0. As the Trojans, Scott Mitchell, interim coach, substituting left and right. Trying to get everybody in the contest here. 2 in the back. For Hoover, he motions and now hands it off. And a nice opening for the Chambersburg Trojans. Darius Johnson, he's going 25-20, 10-5. Touchdown Chambersburg. Darius Johnson gets the Trojans on the scoreboard. And it's 48-6 Cumberland Valley. So Darius Johnson, and there we go. We said at least
counter tray handoff there, and he broke through, and he was not going to be denied. He saw that open territory, about 50 yards on the play there, Mike.
And that's what we wanted, at least a Trojan score. And they did it. Johnson, the senior, found a hole right down the middle, and he was off to the races as the extra point is good. And with 8:13 to go, it's Cumberland Valley 48, Chambersburg 7. We'll be right back after these messages. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands. Heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Officially a 49-yard run by Darius Johnson. Gets the Trojans on the scoreboard. It's now 48-7 as the kickoff by Taylor around the 26-yard line. Eagles will have it, and way now the clock should continue to run. This could be the last possession.
Now Taylor's an excellent kicker, but he has not had much opportunity this year, Mike.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, the Trojans, they've scored a lot the 2 previous contests before tonight, but other than that, the Midland County game, the lone win for the Chambersburg Trojans. Trojans, one of their Achilles heels this year is not scoring. And you're right. I mean, he does a lot of kicking as far as a punt or, the beginning of the game, whoever has possession. But other than that, as far as the extra points or field goal, it's not been a lot.
Hey, let me give a shout-out to my buddy Reed Miller. He is listening tonight back in Chambersburg on the MidPennBroadcastingCompany.com, and he enjoys listening to Chambersburg Trojan football. Hi, Reed Miller.
Hopefully Reed is still watching and listening on GameTimePA.com. 48-7, 7 minutes to go.
2nd and 1 for the Eagles.
As it's been all Eagles tonight. Friday Night Football, Week 10. Last game of the regular season. This quarterback, Rich Bachman. And he loses some yardage. Good tackling there by the Chambersburg Trojans, number 82. Part of that, Griffin Leedy. He's a junior. So he'll be back next year, hopefully, if he wants to continue to play football. Chambersburg Trojans, they need all the players they can get. I mean,
there'll be a big turnover in players. A lot of seniors leaving.
I mean,
And hopefully there'll be a few coming up from that freshman team that will be able to fill in some of those spots.
So Bachman under center. He has another handoff to 41, Tyler Sunday. Sunday had the catch to go into the end zone, the last touchdown by the Eagles. And that's going to be enough for a first down. And like I told you, Gary, this might be the last possession because they keep getting first downs. Clock isn't stopping.
However, if you remember early in the ball game, Mike, they had quick strikes.
Yes, they did.
Especially that one in the first half. They had 2 minutes left on the clock. They had big play. They had a called back. They had penalties, and they still scored with over a minute left on the clock.
Question is, why do you want a quick strike now? Just take your time and run into the locker room with the taste of victory, as Eagles will improve to 8-2. As we have another handoff by Rich Bachman.
Bachman come to the sidelines, get the play from the head coach. 2nd and 6 for Cumberland Valley.
Five minutes to go here in the contest. The Eagles just want to run out the clock and do a bunch of running plays once again. This time to Colby Pearson, a senior. He gets 4 or 5 yards, close to a first down.
Now I did notice Sam Blevins on that play for Chambersburg. He sort of got hooked by the Cumberland Valley wide receiver there. He wasn't able to get in on the tackle. He got hooked, and I guess the official missed that one.
So the officials are keeping the flags in their back pocket unless it's something major.
Yes.
And it'd be, if you're going to start throwing flags now, you might as well tell the team start calling timeouts as well. So here's Mr. Bachman, the junior, under center, waiting for the football. He takes it himself. He gets the yardage he needs. And that'll be a first down, Gary, and that should end this contest, as they'll keep the football now for another at least 4 downs. With only 4 minutes to go and counting. That's going to wrap up the 2015 campaign for the Chambersburg Trojans. So the Trojans will now be 23 straight losses against Cumberland Valley.
Well, what's going to happen during basketball season, Chambersburg and Cumberland Valley?
We'll have to see, and we're hoping no blowouts in that sport. Hopefully some competitive games. And again, this is just a great campus. It's like a college campus here. I mean, the basketball, speaking of basketball, they have like not NBA, but it's like a college type arena, how they have the different tiers. And
yes, well, this school district is well planned out. I can remember driving by on Route 11 in the early 60s, just seeing this big sprawling campus that somebody had great foresight to develop.
And the Eagles, they're still running the football, as number 24 is still on his feet. Finally tackled Colby Pearson, knocked out of bounds. Clock will keep ticking. It's going to be close to another first down. But yeah, this is a great football program, and it kind of starts at the beginning. They really structure the young kids through the midget league, through the middle school, and they know they got to keep the tradition alive. As
now, do we have a natural turf here or artificial turf, Mike?
Looks like from here that it's an old artificial turf.
Okay.
Because you could tell if it was real that there'll be some mud and dirt. Not necessarily mud now, but I think it's an old artificial turf. That's one thing Chambersburg has. They have a beautiful football facility for their football team.
Yeah, they had to play up at the Shippensburg University for a year or two while the stadium was being renovated.
Yeah, so they got a new basketball gym, fairly new.
Yes.
Got a new football field, fairly new. And with 1:50 to go, Eagles are still acting like this is a close contest. They're barking orders. They're getting set. It's 2nd and 6. And the band's striking up a chord on the Eagles side. The handoff goes to number 16, Jared Palmer, and he's tackled by the Chambersburg Trojans. Looks like 52 for the Trojans. Miles Braxton. Braxton had a great year on the defensive side. 295 junior. Hope back next year.
He's one of the leading tacklers for Chambersburg this year.
Close to a minute to go here at Chapman Field. Cumberland Valley ready to seal a victory against the Trojans. As now they want to run at least one or two plays in this contest. It's 3rd and 8. Bachman gets set. And another handoff. Nowhere. Good tackling by the Trojans. 82 Griffin Leedy. Maybe a yard lost there on that play. It'll be 4th down.
That could be the ball game. There's only about 35 seconds left. And they have yet again to start that 25-second clock.
Gary, I think you should run down there and say stop the game and find out why it's not running. I mean, we need to get that thing going. This is the real deal. It's 48-0.
I think
48-7.
Yeah, that was the last play. Teams are going to be shaking hands and calling it a season here for Chambersburg.
And that will do it here at Chapman Field. Trojans lose 48-7. We'll wrap it all up. We'll have the postgame show. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight's postgame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street, Waynesboro. Mike Berger along with Gary Lang. It's a final here at Chapman Field in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Cumberland Valley wins 48-7, and Gary, to close out the season, not a team you really want to play. To end your year, already your record was 1-8.
They're putting a tough team, and not too many highlights for the Chambersburg Trojans. However, they did have about a 50-yard run in the fourth quarter by Darius Johnson. That was one bright spot, but gosh, it was a tough night for Chambersburg, both on offense and defense.
Chambersburg now ends the season at 1-9. Cumberland Valley improves to 8-2 as they'll get ready for postseason play. Time, place, who they're going to play, all to be determined. And for the Trojans, they'll just have to think about next year. Hopefully, a lot of the folks, a lot of the players from the younger grades have got some potential. Gary talked about the great year some of the younger grades had did for the football season, and you just hope for a great 2016 campaign. Final thoughts, Gary?
Well, good working with you this season, Mike.
Likewise.
And we thank all the sponsors that provided their sponsorship, and we hope you you go out and visit them and say thank you to them for bringing Chambersburg Trojan and Greencastle Blue Devil football to you this year.
And that's definitely a
great community effort by our
sponsors. You got it. So I'd like to thank everyone who have been part of this. Tonight's game has been a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com. Tonight's camera operated by John Irwin. Thank you very much. You've done a great job for us this season. And this will close out the Chambersburg Trojans 2015 campaign. I'd like to thank specifically F&M Trust. Pay less rate, get more great this fall with a special offer and home equity line of credit. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Also, Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving tri-state area for 35 years. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all Franklin County, professional service and installation, and also Klein Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and so much more. Join Klein Tours and look online at kleintours.net for a complete tour schedule. Once again, your final score here at Chapman Field, Cumberland Valley 48, Chambersburg 7. My name is Mike Berger. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, everyone.